LV55 Media LLC presents Private Investigations Read Alouds, a chronological scene-by-scene read-through of the Private Investigations Book 1 and Book 2 novel for the viewing community. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. As the alarm on his smartphone continues to sound off for what seems like 20 minutes, but in reality only 20 seconds, a groggy Stephen finally reaches several times towards the nearby nightstand, grabbing for his smartphone but to no avail. He opens his eyes, squinting and disoriented, finally realizing his phone is actually on the floor, next to the nightstand still sounding off. Stephen pulls himself to the edge of the bed, reaches down, picks up his phone and shuts the alarm off, then rolls over onto his back. God, already 6:30. It can't be, Stephen thinks. After lying on the bed for the next couple of minutes, he finally sits up and pulls the covers back. He swings his legs out and momentarily sits on the edge of the bed and begins tapping the phone screen several times in hopes of seeing a very important text message. From Blaine. Will the merchandise be ready and delivered on time tomorrow? Stephen, studying the message, finally takes a deep breath, then types his response. Everything a go. Meet you at the drop-off point. Still clutching his phone, Stephen yawns, then stands and grasps both a key and a utility knife sitting on the nearby nightstand and walks out into the hallway to the guest bedroom door. After punching several numbers on the phone screen, the sound of a sliding bolt is heard, unlocking the door. Stephen quietly enters the bedroom to observe Lisa still asleep, curled up in the opposite corner of the bedroom, with her head leaning against the wall under the window. A bandana covers her mouth, her hands still handcuffed behind her back, and her feet are bound by a plastic tie strip. Stephen walks over and gently taps Lisa's shoulder, waking her. As Lisa opens her eyes, Stephen is already cutting the plastic tie from around her ankles. Turn around, he commands. As Lisa turns, Stephen unlocks and removes the handcuffs bounding Lisa's wrist, then removes the bandana covering her mouth. After helping her stand up, Lisa rubs her wrist. Stephen firmly holds her upper arm, leading her out of the room to a nearby bathroom. You can go in, relieve yourself, and freshen up, but don't try anything dumb. I'll have the door locked, and remember, we can still get to your mom pretty fast. Understand? Lisa nods her head before entering the bathroom and shutting the door behind her. Stephen punches several numbers on his smartphone, activating the sliding bolt within the door. 40 minutes later, Stephen exits the kitchen and walks over to the full-length mirror near the front door and momentarily views himself. He adjusts the collar on his Alliance surveillance polo shirt, then looks down and brushes a piece of lint off his gray trousers. He pulls his smartphone from his Alliance bag and punches several numbers on its screen. The sound of a sliding bolt is heard unlocking the front door. Stephen exits the house, and after several moments, the sliding bolt sound is heard again. After 10 seconds, the sound of a car alarm is heard, followed by a car door opening, then closing. A car engine is heard starting and backing out of the driveway before driving off. After a minute of silence, an awkward thumping sound is heard coming from a nearby bedroom. To learn more about Sam Aquino and the many other characters involved in these mysterious, intriguing, suspenseful, and coincidental fiction stories, purchase a copy of Private Investigations, Book 1 and Book 2 in one volume by visiting Dorrance Publishing, available both in softcover and ebook formats. Also available at Amazon Books and Barnes & Noble.